Let's keep going on here, and we're talking about the Saints, folks. It is not a good look for the Saints. Ever since Drew Brees left, it seems like the Saints team is slowly starting to implode. We just talked about Michael Thomas yesterday on the show saying that we're talking about that he ignored the Saints for 3 months because he wanted to get a second medical opinion about his injury, and that we know that turned out to be the wrong decision because he just underwent surgery, and now he's going to be missing the first 6 weeks, 7 weeks of the season, and that's, the first 6-7 games of the season that you could potentially be losing because you don't have your quarterback anymore. You don't have your best wide receiver anymore. And now you're just rocking with Alvin Kamara and whoever's going to be the week 1 starting quarterback, Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston. The defense isn't looking that good either. So everything is truly starting to fall apart for this team. And then we get this. Saints kicker Will Lutz to be evaluated for a potential core muscle surgery, and he could miss over 8 weeks. Oof, their starting kicker now is most likely going to be missing most of the season. And they say for position players, that injury takes 8 weeks to come back from. So for a kicker who's really kind of not in the best shape, they don't really work out that much, they're saying it's going to be a lot later than 8 weeks. So that's never good, folks. And we know Will Lutz is their best kicker, their only kicker. He is their only kicker listed on their depth chart. They don't have any second or third string kicker, so I don't even know who's going to be taking his place. But Will Lutz, we know, is a very, very great kicker. One of the most consistent elite kickers in the league. Just last season, what do we got overall? Field goals. He went 23 for 28, with his longest being 53. Solid. And then for extra points, he only missed one, 57 out of 58. And what's real interesting here is that Will Lutz always missed an extra point every season. Year 1, he made 49 of 50. Year 2, he made 47 of 50. We're talking extra point, folks. Year 3, he made 52 of 53. Year 4, he made 48 of 49. And then just last season, year 5, he made 57 of 58. So why are we always missing one extra point attempt? Are they getting blocked? What's going on there? You just missing it? What's going on? But overall, just real solid. Last season, he hit 1 from 50-plus yards. And he went 7 of 9 from 40 to 49. So decently reliable out there. 10 of 10 from 30 to 39 yards. 5 of 6 from 20 to 29 yards. And then he didn't even attempt any from 0 to 19 yards. They were punching in touchdowns because they got Drew Brees down there. So Will Lutz, a decently reliable kicker. Yeah, pretty solid, folks. I mean, these are from 50-plus. Year 1, 3 of 7. That's not the best. But then year 2, 4 of 5. Year 3, 2 of 3 from 50-plus. Year 4, 3 of 5. And then last season, 1 of 3. So could be a little bit better, but they're not taking that many from 50-plus. So overall, just a real solid kicker out there. And now he's going to be missing a lot of time for the Saints team. So let's go back to this free agent list. Are there any free agent kickers available here? Because we really haven't seen many free agents get signed here. We're still kind of on the mark with Richard Sherman, Le'Veon Bell, what's going on with them. We still don't know about Kenny Stills and Golden Tate and Larry Fitzgerald and Danny Amendola and Alshon Jeffrey. And so we've still got, and Josh Gordon even, and Tyler Eifert and Josh Norman and Vic Beasley. I mean, there's a lot of free agents still out there. And now we're starting to get in kind of the preseason games where hopefully coaching staffs really are starting to see what they are missing and having these these free agents get signed. But are there any kind of free agent kickers available? Because the Saints are going to be having to get one. Will Lutz out 8+ weeks. And out of the 100 top free agents here, there's no kickers. So this is not great for the Saints, folks. Drew Brees gone. Michael Thomas out for the first couple of weeks. Will Lutz out. Their kicker out for the first couple of weeks. What the heck is going on? And then as we're talking about the Saints all kind of getting flushed down the toilet here, we're getting this. So we just talked about this yesterday. There was a report that came out that said Michael Thomas was ignoring phone calls from the Saints for 3 months because he wanted to get a second medical opinion. And then we heard Sean Payton said it definitely should have happened earlier, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And then we get Michael Thomas today saying, quote, "They tried to damage my reputation. Here it is. They tried to damage your reputation. You saved theirs by not telling your side of the story. So it seems like Michael Thomas and the Saints are beefing. Folks, they're beefing with each other. Michael Thomas is like, hey, I could destroy you if I actually told the entire truth. You're trying to kind of destroy my reputation by leaking, hey, I ignored y'all for 3 months. But if I told the real story, your kind of reputation would be damaged way more than mine. But I'm not going to say that because I'm on your team. You can go out and leak stuff about me, but I'm not going to play this game, baby. I'm not going to play this game. So we're getting kind of Michael Thomas, the best player on the Saints. You could argue Alvin Kamara. I wouldn't necessarily disagree. But we'll just say top 2 players on the Saints team. Now doesn't have Drew Brees. You lose your entire. Let's just say Michael Thomas, maybe he leaves now. I mean, we're talking about beefs between players and organizations. Aaron Rodgers, the biggest one of the offseason. Xavier Howard, the cornerback from the Dolphins. Now, luckily for their situations, Aaron Rodgers is playing with the Green Bay Packers this season, but he's going to potentially be out as soon as possible. Xavier Howard just signed the contract, and now he's, all sunshines and rainbows with the Dolphins. But maybe this is the new player team beef, Michael Thomas versus the Saints. So it's going to be real interesting how this one plays out. We just said it yesterday on the show. I mean, Michael Thomas needs the Saints to win early on in the season, because if the Saints kind of go, let's just say, what is it? The first 7 weeks they're out before the bye. Let's get their schedule up just really quickly here. I forget, is it week 6 or 7? Because the timetable right now for Michael Thomas is coming back after the bye. That's what's being reported and what everybody's saying. So here we go. Let's get up the Saints schedule real quick. When's their bye? I think it's week 7, so they have 6 games, I believe. Alrighty, here we go. So their bye is week 6, so they missed the first 5 games of the season. So if they go 4-1, that's going to be great, and everything can get swept under the rug. Michael Thomas comes back in. They've got a winning record. Fantastic. If they go 5-0, even better, obviously. But, if they go 1-4, if they go 0-5, that's going to make just the team resent Michael Thomas even more. Be like, man, oh man, we needed you out there, and, you didn't get the surgery, and that overall affects us, and that affects the quarterbacks, Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill. I mean, these are kind of tier 2 quarterbacks, and you need kind of A1 tier 1 pieces to help out the tier 2 quarterbacks as much as possible. And now you don't have Michael Thomas, and Emmanuel Sanders left, so there's really no great A1 tier 1 wide receiver on this Saints team to help out the young emerging quarterbacks that are trying to take the spot of one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it in Drew Brees. So they're not going to have that great kind of safety net to just kind of be that great catcher of the football that will go on and catch anything, whether Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill is throwing the ball. So if they start, 0-5, 1-4, the team's just going to resent them, and that's going to make this entire situation even worse, even a whole lot worse. This could all get swept under the rug if they go 5-0. Then Mike Thomas comes back and they start winning games. They go 10-0, and then everybody forgets about this. But only the wins, I think the wins are truly going to dictate how much this gets blown up, how this gets blown out of proportion, what comes out of this, who's going to request a trade. Do they just trade him? Does he request a trade? Does he stop playing? Does he not even show up? So this could be brewing very, very badly for both the Saints and Michael Thomas. Maybe more for the Saints than Michael Thomas, because Michael Thomas can go anywhere. I mean, any team would sign this man in a heartbeat. Nobody's going to shy away and not give this man the money that he truly deserves. So the Saints could be in for a little bit of a trouble here. We kind of talked about it. Maybe they just say, fuck it, we're in a little bit of a soft rebuild. Not even a rebuild, but like I'm blanking on the word, like a pivot, a rebranding. Not even a rebuild, just a little bit of a rebranding. We got, we don't have Drew Brees anymore. We don't have Michael Thomas. We're just going to rebrand around our best player in Alvin Kamara and just go and kind of win like that, which we have been seeing now that they just brought in kind of 3 deep running backs now. And if you have Taysom Hill at the quarterback, you got kind of the dual threat with the run game. So this could be interesting. could potentially seem like the Saints are pivoting to more of a run-centric offense than a pass-centric, where it's been the last, 15 years with Drew Brees. So we'll see how much of the story gets blown up, folks, but we got one side and the other. There's always three sides to the stories, folks. Your side, their side, and the truth. Who's telling the truth here? What does Michael Thomas got? What are the goods? Why did he really not return their calls for 3 months? Were they forcing him into a surgery that he didn't want? We'll see, folks, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. Seems like the Saints leaked that story. The way that he said this, they tried to damage your reputation, the Saints, by leaking that story. You saved theirs. Michael Thomas saved their reputation by not telling your side of the story. So maybe some funky stuff was going on, forcing him to get surgery, something like that he didn't want, pressuring him to get something that he didn't want, and then he ignored him for 3 months. So real interesting, folks. This is going to be real interesting to watch for Michael Thomas, a fantastic wide receiver in this game, highly regarded as probably top 5, top 3 in the league currently. And geez, man, this is going to get interesting, very, very, very interesting. And we'll see just how it all plays out. But the man's not with the team. He's not going to be practicing. He's not going to be playing. And just Twitter fingers, folks. We'll see what gets revealed.